Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Screen of Blackness. Don't you just love a bit of blackness in your life? Right, as the game boots up and I stretch myself to prepare for the roller coaster ride, I'm going to ask you all, how's your week been? How's your week been? Oh, I'm so looking forward to today's session. All I pray, which is kind of ironic considering what's going to happen here potentially, all I pray is that Jesek makes it for a few more years. Heads, crowns, many things will be rolling today if Jesek has his way. Of course, things have to go according to plan, and that doesn't always happen in this game. All we can do is plan for things and hope that they play out as we intend. But when it comes to planning, plotting and scheming, we're in the safe hands of one of the best. One of the grand masters of the game of intrigue, and that is Emperor Jesek. Kobyla. Okay. Here we go. This is how bad it's been. I've been kind of busy at work today for a change. And when I had some downtime at lunchtime, I decided to rack my memory as what was going on in the game, and I started to think about certain things, did some Googling, and started to construct my plans whilst I was at work. I couldn't wait to get home and get cracking with the stream. I'm really looking forward to this one. So we have Emperor Jesek. He made it finally to Emperor, from Count to Emperor in 29 years. That's pretty good going. That's pretty good going indeed. So we're happy with that. Yeah. Before I actually give you what Jesek is plotting and scheming now, we're just going to go through a couple of things that might have slipped us by in the last session, because the Emperor, poor old Jesek, he's never been so busy. Never been so busy in his entire life. He's got this large landmass to now manage, loads of correspondence flying in from all over. He's being bombarded. He's feeling overwhelmed. He hasn't had time to chop people's hands off, to poke their eyeballs out, to cause all kinds of grief for them. He hasn't even managed to track the dealings of his own family. He's just been too busy, and he's beginning to think, was this all worth it? Anyway, he's had a few moments to calm down and look over things, and here's what we've noticed. Our eldest son, he doesn't like us. We chopped his wife's hand off. He's a drunk. We took the heirship away from him through a succession law change. So naturally, he's a bit miffed off. Despite the fact that he hates us though, maybe that's a front. Because he's named his second child after us. He's had a second child, I think that might have slipped us by. And he's named him Jesek. So deep down, buddy, you don't hate us as much as you're trying to make out. Good evening, Charlie. And good evening everybody else that's here. All the usual crowd. Good to see you all. So, yeah. That was the first thing I noticed. The second thing, rather more interestingly, that I noticed, was that our second son, heir to the kingdom of Bohemia, of course, because that's elective and we're voting for him. Let's just take a wee looky here, shall we? Oh! He just so happens to now have 3 votes, putting him as the heir to the Holy Roman Empire. That's a turn-up. That's a very positive turn-up. He could inherit it all when his father dies. Somehow, we're doing it. We're managing to convince people to vote for our family. Perhaps they're seeing that we are of good stock. Good evening, Cham. So that was a nice turnip indeed. A nice turnip as well, yes, I agree. I don't like turnips. Okay, so that was a little bit in terms of his family. He has his third son who is a courtier in our court. His wife is currently pregnant. So we'll have another child to name quite shortly. Sorry. What bastard grandson? I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about the eldest son here, no, wrong son. If you're talking about this little child, Igor Kobyla, who's born to this philandering Uraka, we have been assured by the medical team that he is of our blood. And all we can go on is what they're telling us. Alright? That's as much as we know. So that was a little bit about the family. I don't think there was anything else for us to worry about massively in terms of the family front. The nose checks out perfectly fine. Same shape. It's got 2 nostrils, 2 ears. He's got hair. What more similarities do you need? Right. Just making sure that I haven't forgotten anything here in my excitement. I don't think I have. Oh yes. We're excommunicated. Just a small problem. So, picture this. Picture this. King Jesek, as was, Emperor Jesek, as is now. I keep forgetting his new title. God, it's a good job I'm not in this game. He'd have my head cut off in a flash for getting this wrong so many times. He's reached his pinnacle. Now, when you strive for something for so long, and you want to get there, and you get there, you work your life towards it, your whole energy is put into this one thing, and then you achieve that, then you kind of have to refocus your efforts, and it's quite easy to lose your purpose, to lose your impetus, and to just become content with your lot in life and lose that drive. And that kind of happened to Jesek for a brief moment. He'd achieved everything. He's got no desire to expand the Holy Roman Empire any more than it is. It's already a large land, and you know, all the people's troubles are just getting him down. All the people, oh my lord, I've got my sheep have been killed by big dragons and all that nonsense. Yeah, it's too much, too many problems. And upon being told that he was excommunicated, didn't really meet that with his usual reaction, which would have been to be quite bad, quite unhappy with the Pope and plot his downfall. No, he decided to join the crusade. Although that, has that ended? No, it's still there. It just needs to tick over. Yeah. So we joined the crusade in the hope that we could kind of get back in the Pope's good books and that he might reconsider excommunicating us. Then we considered paying him some money, buying favour. These are not things that Jesek would have done in years gone by when his hair was not grey. No, he would not have pandered to anybody's whims. And therefore, he needed to take a long hard look at himself and readjust and remember just who the hell he is. You see, no man walking the face of this earth is safe. Not even one who proclaims to be so close to God. He thinks he's safe from us. He thinks he can excommunicate us without fear, without favour. Oh, what's going to happen to me? I am the Holy One. Well, my friend, we'll soon see what will happen to you. For you have vexed His Imperial Majesty, and he plans to make an example of you. So we are putting into place Operation Popeface. Oh yes, to coin an old phrase. We're going to deal with this problem. So how are we going to do that? Well, I'll outline the plan for you, and then we'll see if it will come into fruition. We have sent forth as many men as we can to scour the land. Oh, we'll get there. You just pin your luggles back, friends. And we have found some candidate that's going to achieve what we want them to achieve. So what do we want them to achieve? We've found a meek and mild young whippersnapper who we are going to install as an antipope. Oh yes. How are you going to do that, you say? Well, we'll get to that as well. We are going to make him bend to our will. We are going to make him do as we ask. And that should not be a problem, because he's young and we are mighty, and he dare not cross us. As an anti-pope, this young whippersnapper, this babe in arms, will have a strong claim on the papacy, I am led to believe. A strong claim that can be pressed in war, I am led to believe. And as an emperor, should we be successful, old Pope Marianus may find himself falling unceremoniously from his throne, his little pontiff hat flying from his head. Oh yes. And we shall have our own little anti-pope as the proper pope. A proper pope whom we control. Oh yes. So Emperor Jesek will not only be probably one of the most powerful men in the entire world with his large empire, but he will in fact also be pulling the strings of the pontiff. Yes, well, we'll have to see how it goes, but we are going to try it out. And if, I hope on holy hell that this does not come back to haunt us, because I could not bear to see Jesek toppled by some, by him. Could you imagine all of the things that he's done and he loses an award to the Pope? That would be an ultimate besmirchment. Anyway, we need to put our plans in motion. So the first part of this session is going to be probably a little bit slower than normal. As if it's not slow enough, running an empire. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to disband our troops. Yes, we are. We don't want these troops in the field anymore. We want to replenish our troops, prepare our troops, because we also have a dangerous faction, if you remember, that could be put into operation at any time. So that could be a problem. But you know, when we get our little anti-pope friend on into power, well, we can excommunicate whoever the hell we please, because he's under our control effectively. And should we wish to excommunicate leaders of irksome factions and turn the entirety of our realm against them, that could be beneficial. So he's going to go back there. So what we're going to now do is we are going to find ourselves our little minion. And as I said, the lands have been scoured far and wide, and we have found a rather ironic candidate for our little plan. For we have found... Uh-oh. Please don't tell me. He has vanished. Oh, wait. Wait. Move this time a little bit more forward. Oh no, where's he gone? No, don't do this to me, game. Don't do this to me. My scouts told me. Oh, thank the gods. Excuse me. Thank the god. Henry, Chancellor of some faraway place, but we have found him. Young whippersnapper, for if he does become the Pope in this little plan, then having a young Pope, although not good for a Pope because a young Pope is not good, they want wise man, they want old man. but it means that he could rule for a long time and we could benefit from his services for a lot longer than if we install an old biddy. So yeah, rather appropriate name as well. And in a very strange, ironic twist, he's homosexual. We just thought we'd throw that in there as well. Stick him on the Pope, and how funny would that be? Just to completely, utterly offer more besmirchment to the whole situation and really rub the salt in the wounds. So, what we're going to do is we're going to send him a gift. All the people that went out looking and scouring were instructed to, you know, do what was necessary, and therefore they have bought this man's services, as he now will soon come to court very shortly. We'll watch him arrive, shall we? And look at that! Brno is prospering. You see, although to those that are aristocrats that particularly have bad dealings with Emperor Jesek, those people of his, the people of Bohemia particularly, all they see is a man that is working tirelessly for the realm. He has installed defence mechanisms. He has held fairs to increase prosperity. He has done all he can for them. So here comes Henry, our little friend, our future puppet, with his family. Now, of course, having a family is a bit of a problem, so that coin that we gave him is kind of a bit of coin to say, if we require you to drop your wife like a stone in a lake, just do it. No questions asked. So part 1 of the plan is complete. Now for part 2, and this involves more of the usual Jesek style, and it involves murder. For we need to install an antipope, and to do that we need to have somebody that likes us more than they like the Pope. Problem at the moment. Now, we had a prime candidate already in Bishop Havel. A gift of gold, an honorary title perhaps, might have swayed him to become favour to us. However, because the Kingdom of Bohemia does not have free investiture, we can't use our own bishops from Bohemia. We have to use the bishops from the Empire, of which there are only 2 Prince Archbishops. So we have to install Henry as one of these 2. We have to promote him through intrigue to become a Prince Archbishop. So, as we get to doing that, we see that not much opportunity to kill this man. However, this man here seems to have ticked off a few people, because there is a possibility that we may be able to deal with him. But before we do that, we need Henry, of course, to be first of all granted even more honours, to just ensure that we sweeten the deal that bit further by offering him the honorary title of Seneschal. We're going to appoint him as the successor to the Prince Archbishopric of wherever he lies, Carinthia, that's the one. And then we're going to do our usual thing and plot to kill this man, so that he can become a Prince Archbishop, who will no doubt like us because we have orchestrated him to come into some nice land, and then we will install him as antipope, if all goes according to plan. So let's see if it does. Our spymaster, a useful fella, can be bribed to join this plot, and so that is what we shall do. This man here can be invited to plot as well. Now, there are a few other people that can be bribed. The Grand Mayor of Ancona can be bribed, a few others as well, but we don't want to spend too much coin. So with these 2, we're going to have a few 120% plot power, which should be more than enough to get the deed done. And then all we have to do is wait patiently. Now there is going to be a slight problem with this plan, and that is that we are in the crusade and we cannot wage war against the Pope whilst we are allied with him in his war. We are allied with him because we are in his crusade, and we can't end that until the crusade ends, so we're going to be a little bit hamstrung. But we are a patient person, and he is more likely to die before we are anyway. So we have a new son. Our third born son has got a son who is going to be called what? Julian, Toby, Sebastian. Keep going. Livano. Oh, he's not going to engage in any crusades. It would be a nice trait, don't get me wrong, but no. We ain't going to no crusade on the Pope's terms. Oh, no, we are not. Okay. Oh, 2 Vincents. Go on then. We've had 2 Vincents. We'll go with Vincent. So little Vincent. Lots of names there, Charlie. Good job. Actually, I was very close to picking, not Cedric, what was it? Charles. Oh no, it was Charles I liked. I like Charles's. Oh, Charlie. Vincent. We'll go with Vincent Kobyla for our son, is this our third son's firstborn? Quite the tongue twister. Okay, so they're joining the scheme to kill the Prince Archbishop. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. You've done nothing to me. Although I don't like you, so there you go. And when Jesek doesn't like you, that's never a good sign. Right, we're going to disband the troops, and actually in our troops is our retinue. Rather mistakenly, we put the retinue in with the troops. So we are going to send the retinue back to replenish, back to its full capacity, and things are happening. Wait a second, things are going down here. What's happening? What is happening? Vinny Kobyla. Good old Vinny. Right, okay, so we've got, let's have a look at him actually. It's just, has he got any traits that we should be interested in? Nah, he's just from, oh, he hates us like everybody else in this world. Marvellous. Outbreak of disease, yes, but not in our lands, I don't think. Where's the disease thing? That's the wrong banner. Where's the plague banner? Anyway, I don't think there's any plagues near us. We can use the plague tab, of course. There's a bit of a camp fever just eking into our northwestern territory. But, yeah, it's nothing for us to worry about. We seem to have lost a council member, though. The Duke of Savoy is dead, I think. You died? Did you die? No. I think the Duke of Savoy died. Let's go to that tab and let's have a look at who on our council has been removed from council. Nobody. Oh, it was because our marshal is now no longer put to work. Right. Also, we have some things to sort out whilst we are waiting for our main plan to come into fruition. We need to try and dissuade some people from this faction here. It's now at 107%. That's not good. The most powerful man in this faction is this man who has 4,000 men. So if we can kind of get him to just turn a blind eye, we would be looking good. So he is down here. We already have our Chancellor trying to raise relations with him, which hopefully would try and dissuade him. But we're going to go a step further and also send our Spy Master after him to try and discourage him from this silliness for the time being. So he's down there, and then we're going to train troops with the Marshal, because I can feel a war coming one way or another. Alrighty, so realm peace is currently enforced. We still are looking for a court physician at the moment. We can get to that in a second. This faction is grown to more than 100%. We're not bothered about other people's ducal claims right now. You can be put in the prison cells. That's fine. We don't want to do that. And his sons. All of these messages are pretty much not really that important right now. Right. Okay. So vassal opinion. Let's have a look at vassal opinion here for a second. Anybody who need to be worried about? Duke of Thuringia all of a sudden is quite negative. Title claimants. This could be an issue. Duke of Bavaria is -27. That's also a little bit of a problem. What else we got? Opinion of age -13, -8. Any powerful vassal? No. Just you. Okay. But if you actually go to the realm tree, we can see that all the powerful vassals, at least, are in the green. It's just some of the minor vassals. Yeah, most of the powerful vassals are in the green. So those that aren't don't really have a lot of men to their name. So how's things going? Going to end a few of these plots for now. None of these concern me really, but there's just too many of them to take to plough through. Let's just get a few people ending. 155%. The plot power has increased quite significantly, actually, but we're still not seeing anything. Come on, my friends, sort this out for me, please. So you guys sort this out for me, and we will sort you out. You are our vassal, and you are our spy master. You sort this out for me, there could be honorary titles in it for you. Okay, that's right, end all your schemes. Else I find ways to torture your wife and children. And you wouldn't like that now, would you? Okay, so we can now look for another court physician, which is exactly what we're going to do, because if we get sick, we need somebody to heal us. We need to survive to see our revenge. We need to survive to see the Pope taken down by our very hands. Now, we are losing a war for Mallorca and some other poxy little island over here. We're not bothered about that. We're going to suffer a prestige hit, but tough crap. One of your supports, one of your scouts. A report of a cunning eunuch who has taken up residence in a nearby tavern. The eunuch spends his time drinking wine, eating and sharing stories with the guests. Apparently he is very well schooled and has vast knowledge of medical mixtures. An offer of golden food. 60 gold? Let's see how good he is. Ooh, it's not bad. And he's a renowned physician, which is, he's got that renowned physician trait. He is a eunuch, which is fine. Wrathful, gluttonous, humble. I think he's good. I think he's a good one. Can we make him our court eunuch as well? Maybe. Can he have 2 honorary titles? I don't think so. I don't think he can, because he's going to be the physician. So anyway, I think we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Load up the cart with cheese and wine. I need a physician. I mean, who doesn't like a bit of food now and then? So, is he in? Uh-oh. The Duke of Meissen seems to have died, which means we may have lost a vote here. Duke Ulrich of Meissen has now become Duke Poppo of Meissen. So that could be problematic for us. We may lose a vote there. But we're not overly concerned with our son's fortunes. We've done all we can for him. You know, we've laid as much groundwork as we possibly can. This is all about personal vendetta, really. Now we are gaining a whopping 25 gold per turn, and we're going to pump that into our own kingdom. In case we do lose the Emperor title upon our death, we want to extort, if you will, the money from the Empire and put it directly into our old holdings. Bohemia will thrive from the Empire's money. Oh yes. Yes, we've lost it. We've lost the airship. That's the signal there that we have lost the airship. Down to 2 votes, and now it's going to be Duke Berthold the Hunter. Well, so be it. So be it. Right, come on. Come on, plot. We need you to come on. Do not let me down, people. Do not let me down. I am banking on this. This has to happen. I'm going to save my coin for the time being now, because if that faction does come into fruition, we're going to need mercenaries potentially, so we need some spare coins. So we're not spending anything at the moment. We have... Ooh! You've heard of the Emperor's new... Is it the Emperor's new clothes? Well, the Emperor's new child. At the ripe old age of 52, he's had another baby. A son. Oh, let's give him a name, folks. Let's give him a name. Let's give him a name. Plenty, plenty. Keep them coming. I'm not seeing any that's catching my eye. Premise lid. Ivan. Yes, I like that name. Do we already have an Ivan? I think one of our children's sons is called Ivan. We'll have an Ivan. I like Ivan. Good one. Alright, Ivan it is. Ivan the Terrible. I'm sure one of our sons is called Ivan. Yes, sir. No! Oh, no, please God, no, this is not happening. No, I refuse this to happen. Oh, it's Igor, not Ivan. Diarrhea. Oh, no. No. Do not do this to me. Oh, no. Yeah. There is no curing this. There is no curing this, I don't think. If this is what it is. Oh, no, I do not want to go out like this. Come on, please. Please. He's not curing us at the moment. It's just still diarrhea. It's just cramps. It's just cramps. No, it's cramps and diarrhea. Smallpox. What have I got? Cancer? Smallpox? Diarrhea? You stupid medicinal person. I paid you with cheese and gold. You cure me, goddammit. I've got a pope to overthrow. Stop draining my blood. How much do you need of it? I'm going to die of flipping blood poisoning. It hasn't come out yet. He's surmising. Vomit, we're dead. We've got to be dead. We've got diarrhea. We've got fever. We've got vomiting. We are dead. There's no way out of this. There is no way out. Food poisoning? It's food poisoning. Food poisoning, is it? I wish it was food poisoning or something just mild. Yes, threaten the vassal to leave the plot. Vinegar. It's not working. Your remedies are not helping me. Right, who's been dissuaded from the faction? Nobody yet. Oh no, please. Please. Oh. Where's the one-eyed man? He was a very good doctor. He was very good. Oh, this is really going to throw a spanner into my plan. I was looking forward to this. happening. I really was. We could make him the court eunuch. Does that cause negative penalties? No, it actually gives him a +10 opinion. Okay, so he's a court eunuch and the court physician. And in terms of who's inheriting, it's not us. We could try to plot to kill him, and that would put us in line. But I don't... Nah, it's not happening. That's not happening. Oh no, come on. Come on, Jesek. You will not be beaten by this illness. Yes! The one person that we wanted out is out, of course, because our spy master has done it, which means that the faction will lose a significant proportion of its power. And we've actually also raised his opinion of us as well. Why has he not left the faction, though? He's still in it. Young Thierry de Bourbon. Who cares? He's a random person. I'm busy dying here. Can you leave me to die in peace, please? Come on. Come on. We are not dying today. I am Jesek. Nobody beats me until I'm ready to go. I've got things unfinished. I need to get revenge on the Basileus. He imprisoned my son. He's next after the Pope. I'm telling you, I've got things to do. Very busy. Cannot die now. Alright? So I'm going to beat this illness. Oh yes. Beat it I shall. I hope. I pray. Seek treatment for illness. Yes! Cure me! Cure me now! Give me pig's urine. That's the best remedy. Consumption. Okay, treat me. Have we been diagnosed yet? Oh, it's food poisoning. So we got cramps, food poisoning. Somebody has poisoned us. Somebody has poisoned us, I'm telling you. They finally got me where they want me. Oh, we've got a regent. We're incapable. Someone, after all the poisonings that we've done. Prayer? Prayer? I did... How ironic that I need to pray at a time like this. Okay, so he's offering us a treatment for our illness. There are several different types of treatment he can offer. He can give us an experimental treatment. It can be extreme. It will vary depending on his capabilities. Or we can go for a well-tested treatment. There is a chance it has a negative effect. Again, it will vary. I'm thinking we should go with the extreme version. What do you think, guys? Or we can go with no treatment. Just leave us to die. Extreme. I think we need extreme treatment. We need to survive. We need to do this. If you kill me, my son will come for you. Do it. So my son is actually in charge. Our son is actually in charge, which means that we'll continue in the same vein, though, for now. Herman insisted that the only cure for your condition was a naked midnight run. What? During the next full moon, he forced you to undress and sprint through the wilderness. Do not stop until your legs give out under you, he yelled. Expel the evil. I feel... What? That looks good to me. That looks good. A bit of naked running and then a bit of naked running sorts out all your ailments. Right, who's going to be in prison? You, what are you doing? What are you doing, my dear? She's a leader of a plot. Right, what plot are you doing? What plot are you doing, old Gertrude, that's caused us to become so vexed with you? Not you. You. Kill one of my grandchildren? Oh dear. Who are you? Oh, you're married to my... Who's... What? She wants to kill... Let me get my head around this. She wants to kill... the eldest child's son. Okay. Okay. Interesting. My dear, interesting indeed. Can we ask her to end the plot? Yes, we can. Just end it. We're not going to imprison you. The king is too ill to be worried about such things right now. I don't think we are still incapable for the time being, but we have had a successful treatment. We've got +3 to everything. We've been masterfully treated by the court physician. This food poisoning will probably pass. Fingers crossed. Pass away. Gone. And from this day forth we shall not touch any alcohol because we just don't know what's safe to drink. We've been a mead drinker for many years after the wine incidents. But now... I think... Yes! Oh yes! We fought it! We fought the diarrhea, the sickness, the fever. We have come out stronger than ever before with a new spring in our step, and he certainly believes now that he's untouchable. He's untouchable in his own eyes. No mortal man can touch me. No foul illness can bring me down. No sorcery can touch me. Bring it on. I go when I say I'm ready to go, and not a moment sooner. Come on, you... Right, I'm going to invite another person to this plot because this is not happening at the moment. We need some fresh blood. We need some fresh eyes on the situation. We need people to do stuff here. Send gift 57. It's a bit expensive. What the hell is my alarm going off for at this time of day? Okay, we have you 22%, 49. But this is an important plot. This is very, very important. And he's diligent. He is wounded, so he may die. But do you know what? We need fresh blood in this scheme. We need fresh blood. This is not happening quick enough. Come forth. Let's go. Anyway, as for that faction, yes, he's finally removed himself. It goes down to a paltry 57% without that man's interference, and we can breathe easy once again. We've built illness, and we have weakened a major faction. This is great stuff. Right, we can educate a child, Igor Kobyla, who is Prince Johan's. So Johann, of course, being my son, as we're going to model him, of course, in the same vein as ourselves. Probably my favourite grandchild, my favourite son, my favourite grandchild, of course. So struggle, left his own devices, pride, groomed for rulership, etiquette, focusing on courteous behaviour in the road, rubbish. Duty and diligence. Now, I'm thinking that one. Oh yes, our favourite grandchild, who is coming along quite nicely. I mean, he doesn't like us. He cowers in fear whenever we come in the room. He squawks like a bird with its neck being wrung. But we like him. He's got something about him. He's got that sort of glint to his eye, you know. Chip off the old block and all that. Invite to plot. To kill Duke Dietrich. No, I am not going to involve myself in your schemes, my dear, because you are a dangerous woman. Yes, you are. So, little plotty. 3 people, 180% plot power. This man is not dying quick enough for my liking. Oh, and even more positive relationships. That reminds me, we should probably put our courtiers to good use, our council members to good use now. So there's no point of him doing that. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to just... Let's have a look what we can do here. What can we do? What can we do? Look at the size of this army. Oops. For the time being, I'm going to bring my spymaster back to Constantinople to research technology. That's certainly something that we want to be doing for now. It's just this guy. I'm actually going to fabricate claims. It's going to sound really weird, but I'm going to actually fabricate claims here for now. Because we can get one more land in our domain, and if we fabricate a claim, we can revoke the title without penalty, and we don't like this man. Minus 17 opinion. So yeah, we'll sort that out. We're actually going to start spying on the man that we want dead, because there's an opportunity to murder him through that as well. So that might help speed this up a little bit, potentially. Perhaps spy on him, spot a weakness, spot a route that he's travelling that we can lay a trap on. So where is he? Where is he? He's there. Start spying on him. At the very least, we might be able to revoke his title, at which point it'll pass to us, or will it pass to his heir? I don't know. But we'll see what happens. Oh, what's happened here? Newsflash, newsflash, newsflash. The Pope is dead. The Pope has gone. All systems change here. All systems change. Rather intriguing, because if we now give this man a gift, 26 will take him to 58 with an honorary title to boot. That would take him to... That might take him to higher than 60. So I think we might be able to actually get him to be antipope for us without having to install our little minion. Trouble is, he's actually only 36. Are we still excommunicated now that there's a new pope? Good question. Has this changed our plan completely? Right, let's check vassal opinion. Yes, we are still excommunicated. There has been a couple of ticks, right? Yeah, there's been a couple of ticks. I think we're still excommunicated. We could ask to be... Oh no, look at that. Opinion minus 59. He ain't lifting no excommunication. It makes no difference to the plan. The plan is still the same. The plan is still the same. In fact, he hates us even worse than the previous pope, which makes this even more important to happen. Okay, we've got a decision to make now then. We, technically speaking, don't have to kill this man and have him installed, because we actually have somebody that might be an anti-pope anyway. Well, we'll start by giving him an honorary title. High Almoner for +5. It's a holy thing, handing out arms and all that. That takes him up to 37. So with a gift of gold, which costs us 53, 57, 77, 83. No? Sorry, 20, 37 plus 20, 37. 37 plus, what am I doing here? 26, sorry. 26 plus 37 is 63, which is more than that. It's not as high as it potentially would have been with our puppet. I kind of want a homosexual Scottish pope. I kind of want that to happen. Do you know what? We're going to go till the 1st of January just to see if this happens, this murder. Kind of want that to happen. I don't want Mr. Prim and Proper on the... Ooh. I watch from the shadows as my spy master surreptitiously marked a spot on the wall with a piece of chalk. This might just be his normal skullduggery, but my intuition says not. Time to spy on the spy, or can we trust him? Ooh. What's he doing? What's he flipping doing? This is not a time to be conspiring against your liege lord. And considering we are the master of intrigue, we would definitely spy on the spy. And if we find out he's doing something underhanded, he can kiss goodbye to his life, pretty much. Let alone his council seat. Okay. We'll keep an eye on these opinions here. Okay, so we've observed him carefully and we've found nothing further. No, he's fine. If the master schemer thinks there's nothing wrong with him, then there's nothing wrong with him. Because if there was, we'd have found out. Formed an alliance. Okay. Just keep an eye on these factions for now. Yeah, this is still the worst one, and even that's only half of our strength. I think we've got the factions sorted. Right, what are we doing here? We're going to the 1st of January. We're going to the 1st of January. We're about to lose Angelasia. Young Oliver has excelled in his studies. Really? He looks useless. Utterly useless. Realm peace enforced the peace deal. Okay, we're still not there. But it matters not, because we're 53 and we're in the prime of our life. Nothing shall stop us. We've been ill. People writ us off. We were in bed, crippled, couldn't even move. We were given the last rites, in fact. And suddenly, a week later, we were seen running naked through the courtyard. A new spring in our step, no less. A miracle was pronounced across the realm. Oh, you seek to kill Prince Kuno of the Holy Roman Empire, do you? I see. Well, I really don't care. We could actually imprison him. We could imprison him. If he rises up against us, we can crush him down and revoke his title without penalty. We're already fabricating a claim against his land anyway. So I think we can't do it because the council say no, I've just completely forgot about that. Screw the council. Fine, we won't do it. It's not urgent. That's also going to be another problem to our plan. We have to get the council's permission to wage war against the Pope. That might be problematic. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, though. Commander, we've lost a commander, bear with me. We shall put another one down very shortly. New commander. No. Nobody's suitable, and we can't be bothered to find one. So what we're going to do, first of all, is we're going to... Oh no, he's already got an honorary title. The person, the medical man, wasn't it? The court physician. He's already the court eunuch. I was going to reward him for curing us, but he already has that title, so that's fine. As I'm beating a rabid dog in the yard, the little Kerr Luthbert runs up and starts hitting me with a stick. Nobody hits me, man, woman, or child. We shall beat him twice as hard. As I turned, the dog bit me in the ankle, and Luthbert managed to get away. But he's been eyeing me with hatred. You little urchin. Run back to your mother. You're lucky I don't have you thrown in the cells for your treason. Well, this plot is not going anywhere fast, is it? Oh, we got a new friend to invite. And we are going to cause people to not like him by spreading foul, malicious rumours. He's a man of the cloth, you say. Oh no, he is no man of the cloth. He is a slave to dark forces. He has a demon within him. You need to change your attitude, people. We need to see a new man in this position. He is a danger to all of you. A danger he is, and you should rid yourself of this heresy. Yes, keep coming, folks. Keep coming to the plot. That's right. Fake news! Fake news! Is he coming? Of course you're coming. Anybody else? 225% plot power. Anybody else want to come in to rid yourself of this foul, heretical man who claims to be a man of the cloth? I've never seen anything like it in my life. He whispers to himself on an evening, chanting in some infernal tongue. I have my little birds, as Varys would say. They tell me these things, and they do not lie. Oh no, they do not lie at all. King Bohemond of Sicily has usurped the county of such and such. Okay, fine. Okay, we are well past the 1st of January here. We could still... you see... We should have struck when the iron was hot, because now he likes the Pope more and he likes us less. We have missed the opportunity, which is fine. Yeah, we've lost the opportunity. Never mind. We don't want you on there anyway. We want the Scottish fella on the in the papacy seat. We don't want you. You looked very boring, and you were difficult to manoeuvre. Whereas Henry will do exactly as we say. Okay. Oh, what's? Wait a second. Wait a second here. Sexual preferences. Pot kettle black comes to mind. Will this give us a reason to revoke his title? You publicly denounce him, but what does that do? I don't know, but we're going to do it. It's bound to help us out. It's bound to help us out, surely. Okay, so now he doesn't like us at all. We need to get rid of him quickly before, you know, before he joins factions against us and whatnot. Has it affected how other people view him? Not really. Oof! What's happened here? Duke Leopold of Upper Lorraine has inherited Duchy of Upper Lorraine and other titles from Duke Dietrich the Just. I think somebody's had him popped off. Died under suspicious circumstances. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. What does that do? Okay. Wait a second. Duke Bertrand. It's Duke Bertrand we want dead. Can we imprison him? Can we imprison him as a result of that little piece of information? Yes, we can. However, The council are not happy. We could go against the council, if we so wish. But then it will cause them to become discontent. It would also be considered tyrannical. Let's have a look at how if we can actually convince them to bribe, join the council. We've got discontented people here, loads of discontented people. This is probably to do with the fact that we're excommunicated. It's not really helping matters at the moment. These guys aren't gonna be interested in any favours at all. They don't like us. No, they won't even request council support. No. None of these. No, it's not going to happen. It's fine. We still have a legitimate way to remove him through our plot of murder. This should happen soon. It should happen soon. It's 232%, unless he is in hiding. Now what? Ooh. I can usurp the title. Have they got it? The Emirate of Mallorca. What would this do? I can't see the reason. What is this? I would usurp the title, but he would still be waging war on me. Or would usurping the title, would that end the war? I'm not sure. As somebody, or maybe he's died. Maybe the leader of this army has died. It won't end the war, at which point there's no point in doing it, because we'll get the title and then we'll just have it taken off us very shortly, because he's 89%. Interesting. Okay, imprisonment. Both of these imprisonments are actually pretty useful. It's just a bugbear that the council do not agree. And it's not important enough of a decision for us to be overly tyrannical about it. That's only a county that would be nice to have, but it's not important. And of course we have an alternative method to get rid of the what's his face, the old bishop prick person. Is there any other ways that we could maybe bump him off? Young Melisande has finished her education in stewardship and she has become utterly useless. You can get rid of the council. You can, but not in one foul swoop, unfortunately. It would require a lot of wrangling, a lot of manoeuvring. We could vote for ruler imprisonment, but we have all of them opposing us on every potential vote. They are completely against us. So our power has been limited here by these imbeciles who cannot see further than their noses, that we do things for the good of the empire. Those utter idiots. What can you do? Not everyone is as clever and cunning. Oh, and we have a daughter born to Prince Johann. Oh, they've had a second child. Oh, be wary, folks, be wary. Sister to the young Igor, that's the one. Igor, young Igor there. New sister, Justina. Not actually a bad name. Helena. That's not a bad name either. Doodly-dee, doodly-dee-dee, doodly, doodly-dee-dee-dee-dee. Charlotte. I see what you're doing there. I'm going to actually go, not Justine, I'm going to go Justinia. Wasn't it Justinia in Dragon Age? Wasn't she the main big wig person? Sure she was. We're going to go with Justinia. Just stick an eye in there. Kind of like the name. So we got Igor and Justinia. Is she anything? She's slow. Oh, bless her heart. She's stupid. Stupid child. Ooh, severe stress. So we have a child. He can't get anything right. The Divine. Yeah, I'm thinking she was the Divine, the bigwig. Yeah, couldn't remember the name of the title. We have a son of questionable standing. And he now has a slow daughter. It seems that he's not having a good time with his children, bless him. Ooh, wait a second, wait a second. We have a situation on our hands. Yes, you see, Prince Archbishop Emmerich of Carinthia has for some bizarre reason, decided that on this particular banquet, to celebrate some such nonsense, he is going to sample Bohemia's finest. Classic indeed. He has been assured that you have never tasted wine so glorious as those that have been kept beneath Praha for several years, aged to perfection, crisp on the tongue, goes well with roast goose. It's an absolute delight. I'm sure you will agree. Have a sip. Blood of Christ, perhaps? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Bohemian wine strikes again, and he dies clutching his throat, eyes bulging, blood streaming from his nose, gasps from the congregation, and nobody's any the wiser. Mead once again, my friends. Mead once again. Beautiful. Goodbye and good riddance. Okay, part one of the plan has just come into effect. Now for stage 2. Oh yes. Where are you, young Henry? Where art thou? He's right here. 83 opinion. He loves us, of course he does, because we've instigated this plan and he's been party to it. He knows exactly what's going on. He knows how he's got into this position of power, and he's thankful for it. Now we could sweeten the deal even further by appointing him as court chaplain. For the time being, we'll do just that. If he's installed as antipope, would he still be able to be court chaplain? I don't know. I'm going to try it. Court chaplain. Stick him in for the time being, just to give him that little bit extra opinion. I was looking at that. That's what I was looking at, you see. I was looking at his name and thinking, yeah, he should probably be given the court chaplain job just for having the most glorious name. That's why I kind of paused when I was looking at him. I'm thinking, another Jesek. Anyway, let's get to business. Let's get to business. It's time for an antipope. Boom! Sends shockwaves through the Catholic world mid-crusade. As the crusade begins to falter, the war score is steadily decreasing. The Pope is losing his grip on this war, and just to stick the boot in, the very man he excommunicated has just caused a bit of a scene. Pope Sergius V. I like him. A man with eyes like that is not to be trusted. Unless, of course, you have his good graces. He's still married and still has a child. I don't know if this ticks over, he has to ditch his wife because he is now a pope and cannot be married, of course. And indeed he does. That 15 coin sweetener was for this very reason. Who's my steward? Adolf Asperger. Yeah, that was, somebody noticed that in the last session. He likes us 100 now because we have made him antipope, or whichever suits your fancy. Yeah, controlled antipope plus 40 to the relationship. So what the antipope is, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I've never done this before, so this is really interesting to me as well. Is we are now outside of the pope's influence. So rather than having the pope as our religious head, that man, Servius V, is now our religious head, and therefore, technically speaking, we are now no longer excommunicated because we're not a part of the pope's sphere of influence. So that instantaneously removes that negative 15 penalty, and now our vassal opinions should increase a little bit more, which is perfectly fine. Let's have a look at that. Okay. So let's just keep looking here. So we have Gottfried of Lower Lorraine, who is a duke that has -29. He is a very paltry man, has no real power. We don't care for him in his idiocy. -29. We've got Duke of Bavaria, which is a little bit more powerful, but it has been crushed recently, so that's not really too powerful either. So that's not really, and he's a child as well, so he's less likely to cause us problems. Count of Pilsen, Duke of Baden -4, we can live with that. So we kind of have things under a nice degree of control. Look at the opinions now, 65, 41, 65. We're getting up there with the big wigs. The big players in the empire are beginning to come round to our way of thinking, which is exactly what we require. Exactly what we require. So yes, a pope in our employ. So as I said, that gives us quite a bit of power, because let's just take a look at our council for a second, who are now all in the positive once again, which may change their opinions of us from malcontents at some point, and may change them around to something slightly more positive. But ultimately, if we were to do something like this, which we're not going to do for now, but we're just going to test the water here. Let's just test the water. So Duke of Thuringia, -29. Kind of a problem. If we were to say request excommunication, it costs 50 piety, but because we have this man in our employ, he will say, of course, we will excommunicate him, causing him great shame, and then we can cause all holy hell against him. I assume we can wage war against him, maybe even take his title for being a heathen. All very good. But it costs 50 piety to do that every time, and as you can see, we're not exactly flowing with piety, so we've got to save that for something really important. If there's a vassal that's causing us real problems, that would be the time to excommunicate them. So we've got our own personal pope on side. If there's anything else we can do with this anti-pope that would benefit us, please feel free to let us know. But yes, good point, and this was the reason why we have installed an anti-pope in the first place. He has a strong claim on the papacy. Soon as this charade of a crusade comes to an end, we can declare war on the Pope. Now this Pope is not the same Pope that excommunicated us, so it's not quite as personal. However, he refused to lift excommunication, and we just want to do this. We want our man in this seat. So we can declare war once the crusade is over. If we never joined the crusade, we could have done this now whilst he was distracted, which would have been even better. But unfortunately, we slipped up there. Old Jesek losing his mind for a short while, forgetting the art of intrigue, and almost for a second was far too compliant. Anyway, to celebrate the success of our most ambitious scheme, perhaps, we've celebrated in the bedchambers, and our wife is pregnant once again. Excellent news. We cannot leave the crusade, unfortunately. There's no way for us to leave the crusade. As far as I could tell, I tried to research if we could do that, and it seemed to be that you couldn't. The only way, perhaps, to end the war would be to kill the war target, but because this is a crusade, I don't even think killing this war target would assist us. We could try it. In fact, that reminds me. Let's. Oh, the plot's finished, so we can now plot anew, and we'll auto-stop the plots going on at the moment, and we're going to turn our attention to the second man on our hit list, who is the Holy Roman Emperor. Who's idle? Ooh, our court chaplain. Right. Let's have him research cultural tech for now, because we are looking to try to increase our legalism, because that will allow us to install primogeniture with only a few more technology points. We're almost there, but of course we need to have ruled the empire for 10 years, and we are 5 years away from that, but we are getting there. We are getting there. Okay, so end these plots. End all this stupidness, thank you very much. Oh, and what do you know, my friends? What do you know? Blessings upon you and your house, yada yada yada. Blessings upon us, blessings upon us. We're all blessed and all that nonsense. We are the blessed one, I do agree. But, seeing as we are no longer excommunicated and we have installed an antipope, people have begun to come round to our way of thinking. They begin to realise they were misguided. They were foolish. They can see that we might have a point in what we say. The Pope was wrong all along. Who was he to tell us how to run our empire? And they now are quite content and happy for us to imprison this man. Oh yes, indeedy. Before we do that though, I'm kind of intrigued if they will be more than happy to change any of these laws just yet. Not quite that happy. Let's take it one step at a time. Okay, right, well, we can imprison him, and then we can hopefully take the county and use it for ourselves, because that's exactly what we want to do. And we have a plethora of coin to spend, so all good things happening now. So let's imprison him. He's raised his flag in rebellion, which means that we have now a legitimate reason to revoke his title once we have beat him into the dirt. Very quickly, of course. Perfect. Right, I think our retinue is at its maximum capacity right now. So we can actually get some more retinue troops, which we're going to do. So we went for, I believe, For 2 units of that, and then we went for 1 unit of that, I believe. 200 heavy and 50 archers. Yes, we did. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go down the list and get another sort of one of each. We're going to get one of them, one of them, one of them, and one of them. So we'll just do it in order. But we're only going to do it one at a time now, because remember our mistake last time, we bankrupted ourselves. So we're going to just go down the list. Right. So we'll leave them replenishing. We won't use them in this upcoming war, though. We'll just let them replenish for now. So that's that sorted. Let's have a look at our land here. Do we want to upgrade something? Yes, we do. What do we want to upgrade? Any ideas, guys? Any preferences for what we might want to upgrade? I don't want to upgrade anything too expensive. Castle fortifications is just fort level. Keep is levy size and garrison size. Military training ground is extra units, as is the barracks, as is the stables. Castle town is extra income. I think keep is quite nice. More money? I don't think we need more money at the moment. We will do if we lose the Empire title, certainly. And this is probably safeguarding for our future in case we do lose it. But I'm thinking keep, personally. Barracks? I think we'll go keep here as our stronghold. And in the barony of Karlstein, which we also control, I think we'll use that maybe for some coin instead. So coin in Karlstein and extra levy and garrison size in Praha. Kind of a happy medium. Does take us down to 98, but that will soon be recouped very quickly indeed. So that's the building work done, and I think it's time to raise the banners, don't you? I think it is. This man dares to rise up against me. Who does he think he is? Is he stupid? This one-eyed freak? In fact, we could probably raise the levy just alone from here and deal with this threat. Yeah. 1,700 troops just from Praha itself would be enough to crush this pathetic rebellion. And crush it we shall with our 1,796 men. Yes, we shall. We shall teach them a lesson. A big lesson. Oh, is that going to be a problem? You know what? We're going to merge the troops. We're going to use the retinue, and we're going to put our best commanders on the job. Oh, yes, we are. Right. Crush this rebellion now. Where's he going? Meissen. He's running. 22nd, 27th. Fine. Right, we are besieging. This is Bruno. No, this is Bruno. This is Prince Eric, and this is Mayor Otto of Gutenberg. Gutenberg always reminds me of Kingdom Come. Where is he going? What an imbecile. We could probably lay siege to this, I reckon. Oh, I don't want to lose the men, though. We'll be patient. We'll be patient. We'll have his demise be slow and painful. We're not a proponent of making sure that their ends are swift. No, we want them to suffer. We want them to think about what they've done. Crusade, still going on strong. And I wonder if this is doomed to failure, because they have absolutely sieged out to the maximum Majorca and Minorca, but it hasn't taken them to 100%. It's taken them to only 99, Hence why they can't enforce their peace upon us. We could surrender, but why would we? Unless that's going to tick over because they've got it occupied. But if we wait long enough... I was going to say he might die. Oh, look at that. Wait a second. I think we had that last time, but we couldn't find anybody to join the plot. Let's just get this. Let's just have a look at this. We need a backer, and I don't think we could get a backer last time, which was the problem. No. And I don't know how close. I don't know how close we would be to getting a backer. Okay. Well, we'll see if... Ha! Just to rub it in the wounds, the County of Minorca has been converted to the Catholic faith. If you're going to take this land, you're going to have a religious revolt on your hands in the meantime. Good luck. Ha 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 ha! Stupid people. I am beset on all sides by morons, thinks King Jesek. Oh, Emperor, sorry. Good grief, there goes another finger. Where is he going? You're just trying to sneak into my lands, are you? Oh, I get your game. Oh, we get the same message again about usurping that title. I know your game. Don't worry, we'll sort it. We'll sort it in a second. Not a problem. Is he going straight for my capital? How very foolish. How very, very foolish. He would not forget such a thing. Are you silly? He is the first one to get it right. Okay, we could really do with this war being won by somebody swiftly, because as soon as it's over, the Pope shall suffer. Oh, he's got there. He's got there. Okay, we lose a bit of prestige there, but we're not fussed. You can have your little poxy islands. What do you think I have need of them? You think I have need of them? If I wanted to take you down, I could have struck you down where you stood, you dogs. But I'm a busy man with bigger fish to fry. Okay, so that takes us up nicely. And we have another daughter. We have another daughter. Do 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 diddly dee. Do 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 da 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 do da da do do. Okay, we have a daughter. Oh, song over. That reminds me. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to check out the world map to see if there are any rulers out there that wouldn't mind a betrothal with perhaps an emperor's child. We have an alliance with France, if you remember. Gabriella, Abigail. Ooh. We'll go Sophia. I quite like that. So we've got little Sophia. How many children is that now? Anastasia. That might be the next child then. I quite like that name. We've got 7. 7 of the little darlings, of the little cherubs. 7 of them. Well, one of them died, of course. Still pains us, of course. But we got revenge for you, my dear Sagani. We got revenge. Parapets spring to mind. Let's have a look. So we got a young son and a young daughter. Anybody out there? Ooh, We could marry our daughter off to the King of Scotland, or betroth at least. An alliance with Scotland? Nah. Let's look closer to home to start with. Can we? We've got an alliance with France, securing our western border. Can we perhaps secure our eastern border with perhaps a marriage with somebody in Poland, maybe? She's got a young daughter. We could marry our son. Yeah, that could work. Our son to Anna Sviatoslavovna. That might work. Hungary? Hungary is probably the most powerful here. 4.79. 4.3. Croatia is failing miserably. 2.2. It's been swallowed up by Hungary. Could we? Would we? No, that would not happen. Out of interest. Just out of interest. Which one is mine? Justinian's mine. Oh, wow. Wow. Interesting. Two emperors allied together? Poof. Could you imagine? He imprisoned my son, though. I would rather see him dead, to be quite honest. 52%. In fact, I would rather see his children dead. He's the last living little son. 63. I haven't forgotten. 98. Ooh, we're getting up in the realms of possibility. Right. We're not plotting to kill anybody at the moment. I did tell you that this man does not forget very easily. He is capable of biding his time, and biding his time he is doing. So what we have going on right here is what we call bittersweet revenge. You see, before you imprison our son and we kill yours, always like to go one better, you know. You will rue the day you laid your grubby mitts on my own blood. There we go. That'll do. 116%. Workable. In fact, what we'll also do is we shall spy on him, see if we can sow a bit of dissent amongst his ranks here. If we can spy, can we not spy on him? Why not? Why can't we spy on him? Is he immune to being spied on? Is he too high a rank? In that case, not a problem. I have alternative methods. Our little court chancellor person doesn't need to fabricate claims anymore because we have a natural claim on pleasing, and therefore we can improve your vassal's relations with your ruler. Sow dissent. There you go. Have your chancellor sow dissent between local nobles and their lieges. Not quite as effective though, because it's local nobles and their lieges, so we'd only be able to sort of influence his mayor and bishopric people in there. I want widespread general opinion loss, really. Well, we have enough plot power for now anyway. It is over 100%, so it may be enough. It may be enough. No, he's Orthodox. You can't excommunicate him. This guy's a genius, isn't he? Oh, yes, he's the genius one. I mean, he's wearing a tin hat, though. I mean, what kind of a genius wears a tin hat? Is he trying to conduct some kind of special rays into his brain? Is he as mad as a hatter? Who knows? Right. In the meantime, we were waiting for some things to happen. Oh, that's right, we're waiting to win this war that's going on. I can't stop thinking of all those prisoners in my dungeon. Oh, it's only taken how many years for this to come back again? How many years? Good old Impaler here hasn't had prisoners for a while. I am going to be eating very shortly, so if you want to hold on for 15 minutes, I'll be taking a food break. Yeah, he's been sat on his hands, he's waiting for plots to trigger, he's waiting for news to come of a new county to be brought into the ranks, and he's getting a little bit bored. He enjoys cutting women's hands off. He can't help himself. He's tried to resist those urges. But it's time to oil up the rack. And oil it up we do. Oh yes. And rather unfortunately for my dear Judith here, it's time once again for us to engage in a little bit of mutilation. She will survive it. It will cost us 50 piety. Oh, do you know what? It's a little bit bad to do it this way, but massive recruitment drive. We could really use that piety for excommunicating somebody. It was only a 30% chance of stuff happening though. I don't know what's going to happen as a result of that, but we'll see. I don't know what did he do to her? Has she got any sort of negative traits? Negative debuffs? Oh, she's wounded. Right, so we just wounded her. Okay, that'll do. We're not going to... Because if we also mutilate her, we'd have to release her. And her son, who is currently one of our vassals, he probably won't be best impressed if we released his mother without her hands. And that could pose a problem. So we won't do that. But just to satiate our desires, we just had a little bit of a prod on. Perhaps we just took a couple of fingers. Yeah, we just took a couple of fingers, wounding her. We just wanted to hear her scream. Her blood-curdling, high-pitched, shrill screams was enough to just give us that little bit of pleasure. Thank you, my dear. You have served very well. Goodbye. And we're happy once again. Until next year, when we may indeed require to do something really horrible to somebody. Because we may well find ourselves with a new prisoner very shortly. One who dared to rise up against us. He didn't do anything to us, to be fair to him. He just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Offer peace, indeed. Find yourself in my dungeon. And for your utter stupidity and betrayal, I am stripping you. Enemy presence in our homelands? No. Let's tick over. There we go. And now we shall do that. Very good. And our retinues will continue to replenish in peace. Lovely. Okay. So we're not going to execute him. As I said, he's not really done anything too bad to us. He just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. We wanted some extra land. He was the vassal that we didn't like the most within our own kingdom of Bohemia. You know, it's one of those things. Now we could ransom him off, really, for 70 gold. Wow. But we're not going to do that, of course, because we're going to revoke your title. Oh, yes, we are. You traitorous dog, you. And just like that, we have new property. New property, indeed. But we're not happy. You know, personally, we could keep this, but I think it's time that our heir becomes his own man. I'm thinking it's time for him to become his own man. He needs to learn the art of rulership now. He's 29. I fear for him because his wife is a bit of a scheming cow and she's lustful, but we have to test him. We have to test him here, and hopefully he will stand that test. If he can't, then, well, should we be looking at, electing somebody else? So we're going to give him this title and all the issues that it may pose. Let me just check something. Okay, that's fine. In fact, we could marry off his heirs. In fact, if we tick that, if we tick this, restrict marriage, means that you will have full control over who his character marries, even if they are landed. The character will not attempt any incoming marriage offers. But that, I don't know if that would work. It would work for the lead. It would work for him, but will it work for his kids if we restrict their marriages? Even if they go to his court? What we could try to do is we could try to get the... What we could do, if we're that bothered, is we could we could tutor them ourselves. If we tutor them ourselves, I think they would come to our court. And then we could tick that box. You know what? We're gonna, I don't know how it's working. I don't know how it works, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it so that we know for future. So, County of Plusen. We're going to give it to him. There's no lower titles with it, of course. The council votes no. What? Oh, the council. The council also have a say in which titles we give out. Ah, interesting. And they can see what we're doing here. They don't like it that we are giving land to our family members. Okay. Now, ultimately, we would usually stick two fingers up to anybody that we don't like. But when it comes to the balance of power and everybody being happy, I think we'll keep it ourselves then. That's fine. If we had to get rid of it because we were over domain size, then we may have actually pushed back. But considering it's not an urgency, we'll let it slide. Is our son on our council? No. In terms of the council, we can't really change any of the laws because they're opponents of everything. We could try to see if we could get them now to see if they can get council support. He would support us because he likes us, right? So that's one vote. Anybody else? Council support. Yes, that's 2. Council support? No. So that's 2, and mine would be 3. Council support? No. So that's 2. So there was 3 votes to 2. Council support? No. He'll like us. Council support? Yes, I knew he'd like us. This guy probably... Yes, he will as well, I think, actually. Yes. So we can get the council support with favours. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to the toilet because I'm busting, and then I'm going to have my dinner, and I'm going to come back, and then we're going to decide what law, sorry, do we want to change in relation to our council. So back in a second. Yes, I heard you the first time. Oh, I'm going to drink. I'll be back with you in a second. Oh, right. Okay, so before I engorge myself on my paella and chips, let's have a look at this. So we can convince. Sorry, oh, my mouse must have dragged it all the way up to the upper edge of the screen there. So we can force the council to vote our way on one law change at the moment. So which law change do we wish? These we can change without their say-so, I think. Oh no, we can't change these without their say-so, but they support an increased centralization, which would be quite useful actually. But I think we need to reduce their power, to be quite honest with you. So I'm thinking, which one of these would we like to have under our control? Banishment, not bothered about. Grant execution, we don't tend to use that a lot. We have used it occasionally in the past, but only a couple of times. Usually we kill them through plots, or we keep them in our dungeons so that we can put them in the oubliette to die a slow and painful death, or we maim them and whatever else. So it's between grant titles and its imprisonment. Now, considering the current situation, and we're trying to give our son a title, this would probably be the most likely candidate, because then we would be able to grant our son the title that we tried to do in the first place. So I think it's probably the best bet. Is it worth owing a load of favours to our council members to be able to grant titles? I think so. Ultimately, we're reducing the power of the council, which is a good thing. So I'm going to just get this sorted, and then I'm going to eat. So let's have a wee peeky. He'll vote regardless. You were an opponent. They were all opponents, weren't they? No. Sorry. Let me just double check. Yeah, they're all opponents. Right. Which law change, sorry? Primogeniture. I don't think primogeniture requires council vote, does it? No, I don't think these law changes, succession law changes, require council votes. Aha! My friends, look what I spy with my little eye. I spy 4 votes for good old Johann here. Our antipope gets a vote. Oh, marvellous. It looks like installing an antipope served more than one purpose. It served 3 purposes. This was a mastermind stroke by the genius that is Jesek. Right. Anyway, so yes, we don't need that. So we're gonna go with what we're gonna go with this. So let's get the council on our side. We're gonna request council support. Of course, he will support us. You too. Request council support. There we go. He will come. So that's 3 votes. You didn't want to assist. You didn't want to assist. Fine. You didn't want to assist, so that's 3-2. You didn't want to assist, so that's 3-3. You did want to assist, so that's 4-3. So if he doesn't vote for us, that's 4 apiece, right? So do we want to waste another request council support on him? Because we're already going to win this, right? If our vote counts as the tipping factor. So 1, 2, 3, and mine's 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 would vote against us. So we'd win this vote, wouldn't we? Just need to check that first before we go ahead and make a boob. But if we're going to win this vote without his support, then I'd rather not have his support on this occasion, so that we might have it for something else, just in case something crops up. I mean, we could just do it anyway, just to make sure, but the less people I owe favours to, the better, to be quite honest. He doesn't like to be indebted, old Jesek. Anyone? Those learned folks out there? Go for it. Do you know what? You've made me worried now. I think I'm right. I think somebody mentioned it earlier. If it's tie ours is the deciding vote, and we would have the deciding vote. But I'm just gonna make sure. Just make sure that nothing goes horribly wrong here. Right, I'm going to have to actually minimise my game and then maximise it again. Because I've got a stupid Windows message on my screen, which is not disappearing. And there may be a possibility that the game may not maximise again properly, so I might have to restart the game. Even a few issues with the resolution. Right, okay, so they're all happy to vote my way. We've got them all on our side now. So let's go for the ruler can grant titles law. Thank you very much. And boom, just like that, we have passed it. And therefore we can do what we set out to achieve in the first place, which was to grant the title to our son. There you go. There you go. Enjoy it. There is, for a very short moment there, I had a bit of a heart in mouth situation. So we can't arrange his betrothal now. We can only arrange his betrothal for people inside our courts. Let's just try something here. Let's just try clicking on that and then arranging betrothal. No, don't know. We'll let our son deal with it. We'll let him deal with it. He is a man of his own doing. Okay, so he's now got a county, which is absolutely flipping marvellous. It's exactly how it needs to be. Okay, this is rather interesting. Do you know I've been having frame rate issues with these older style games? I've got a Windows message on my screen, which I can't minimise. And now that it's silky smooth. Rather weird. Silky smooth. And then when I minimise this and get rid of the message, I bet you it goes back to being rubbish again. Okay. Yep, it's disappeared off my screen and it's back to laggy again. That's very bizarre. Very strange indeed. I'm going to have to Google that. It's happening on Shogun 2, it's happening on this. It didn't happen on 2 Point Hospital when I tested it. And I might need to test it on another game, on another modern game, to see if it's a DirectX issue. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's time for something to eat. So I'm going to save this now. I'm going to save LP 6.5. And we're going to have a 10-minute break until 1:15. And then we're going to proceed to the second half of the session, where the ultimate goal will be, God willing and all that, to overthrow the Pope, installing our beloved Henry upon it. God bless him. So we'll get cracking with that soon enough. Right, stand by, folks. Things might get a bit funky. Righty-ho, I'm back with you. Just have to wait and see if we can get the game up and running again. Don't crash on me, come on. And we're on. We're back in the game. We're back in the zone. Okay, so yes, I had Charlene, I had paella and chips. Very nice indeed. Tasty. And I'm going to wash it down a bit later with a cup of tea. I'm going to maintain my regime. Do you know what? I'll be back with you shortly. Apologies. Just had a thought. I'll try not to give you a sight of Iceland. Oh, buggeration. Okay, I'm back again. I'm going on my holiday. I'm going on my holiday next Thursday. No, next Friday, sorry. And I've been really good. I've been sticking to a regime to lose weight and, you know, get a bit of extra toning and stuff. Done really well. I've lost a stone and a half over the past 6 months, and looking, you know, really good, feeling good, playing really great football because I'm lighter, more stamina, etc. So I've done really well. So I thought, you know what, tonight though, and especially these last couple of weeks, I've been really going, you know, proper healthy eating and all that kind of nonsense. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to have a rum and coke this evening, because to celebrate the fact that the rum is taking over the world, as you can quite clearly see, it would be rude of us not to celebrate the fact that rum is handing it to our arch rival here. But I was scuppered when I realised that I had no coke. I knew I bought some coke, had in the house last week, and I forgot that I'd actually used it last Wednesday when I cooked for some friends and we had some drinks afterwards. So bugger. But at least it saves me being naughty. So forget that. Forget that. No alcohol until I go on my holidays now. Anyway, I digress slightly in my disappointment. Yes, as I was eating my dinner, and should have been eating my dinner without distraction, I was just messing around looking at a few bits and bats off camera so that I could get straight back into the action on camera. So yeah, a couple of things that I noticed. You may have noticed them too. Our daughter's husband, our ally, the King of France, in his fight for Jerusalem or wherever they're fighting for, he is imprisoned by the dastardly Sultan and is currently in Cairo in the cells, which is a bit of a problem for him, really. If he does end up dying there, we will lose the alliance, so that could be also a problem for us in the long run. But we'll see how that develops. Also, I noticed something else, but I've completely forgotten now because I've slept now. Oh, something to do with something. What else? I spotted something else. Anyway, it might come to me. Yes, this Duke down here. where are we? Bavaria. Yes, he's a problem child. He's a child ruler. His opinion of me is pretty poor. We gave this child toys to play with, and he's literally thrown them back in our face. Of course, the gift bonus is now worn off, but you know, you get the gist. And therefore, I have decided to try and fabricate a claim on his entire duchy so that we can revoke it and put our own new vassal in place. So we'll see if that transpires. The ungrateful brat, indeed. So that's... oh yes, I'm starting to get some more retinue. I got another couple of retinue units stacked up as well. So there was something else that I noticed that I thought, was it to do with my kids? No, I don't think it was. There was somebody else that had some kind of issue. Who was it? Oh, that was it. Yeah, we got two kids. We got two kids that need to be married off, and we were thinking of marrying them off, but then got distracted by trying to kill the Byzantine Emperor's children. So we should get back to that task. Now, Hungary. Do you have any young whippersnappers that you would like to marry off to one of my young whippersnappers? He's been a little bit old for my daughter, but is that going to stop me? Look at all that green! He likes them young. He's 0. He's 10. Age is +4. Okay, so this should get us, and how does he feel about us? Opinion of me -2. He might not go for an alliance, but we can try. We can always break the betrothal later. But this could net us an alliance with Hungary. Could be interesting. We'll go for it. And also, similarly, we need to marry off our daughter. So do you have any males? No, you don't, rather unfortunately. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? England. England at war with France, because that's always a problem. No. So how about then we maybe look for an English prince for my darling daughter? No? Am I getting this the wrong way around? Let's advance the time. Let's advance the clock and sort one at a time out, perhaps. Let's just do one thing at a time. I get confused very easy. So I've married my daughter. Right, okay. So I need to marry my son off. Get my head screwed on properly. Lovely. And whilst we're at it, all these alliances forming, are they trying to plot and scheme against me? Are they trying to unite their forces? Those horrible people. Okay, alliance. Right. Good. Ooh, yes, good. So we now have an alliance with Hungary and an alliance with France. Oops-a-daisy. Right, we've lost realm peace. Realm peace is now ended, and soon as it does end, look at them all. Clutching over each other hand and fist to expand their lots in life. How pathetic. Anyway, let the rabble do that. Meanwhile, they've just been waiting for it, haven't they? Wait for it, and go attack! We can attack again. There's nothing major with the factions. I'm just thinking that there's a couple of de jure claims that we can press for one of our duchesses. I think it is. It's her. She's got a de jure claim on Nice. If we press this on her behalf and take it for her, she's gonna love us, isn't she? If she loves us, she would be more inclined to vote for my son as heir, I think. So that could be something to do to occupy us, possibly. This guy's kind of tied up in a... Oh, he's got 4k men, though. He's not exactly a shrinking violet. We could, of course, take him. So we've got civil war, increased council power, and we've got some other petty war going on. Non-aggression pact has been dissolved. Very good, very good, very good. And he accepts our proposal. Right, we need to find a young little daughter now for our son. Do you have any daughters? No. England doesn't have any daughters. Poland has a daughter. So we could betroth to Poland as well. Is it Ivan? Is Ivan mine? Yes, he is. Ivan is my... Oh, no! She wants matrilineal, of course, because she is the heir to the Kingdom of Poland. Wouldn't that be something if we could convince her to marry... No, she doesn't even want matrilineal. Political concerns. Maybe because we're... Have you got problems with Hungary, perhaps? Anyway. Don't like you anyway. Denmark. Ooh. Princess of Denmark. 15. She's a little bit on the older side, but 3k men. We've just seen England. There's no daughters to speak of. I might wait to see if England, King of England has any daughters. Might just hold off. The man in the iron mask. They're all beset by plague. Perhaps we should stay clear of this place. Could be cursed. Oh, I always forget kingdom. Sicily's a kingdom. And he's usurped a title quite recently as well. Ooh, she's a little bit on the old side. We've got Princess Judith. He's got 4k men. So we'll have an ally to the south, an ally to the east, an ally to the west. The 4 points. All we need is an ally to the north, and we've got everything covered. Right, let's try it. Let's try it. He's gonna go for it. Of course he is. He'd be stupid not... Oh no, yeah, he'd be stupid not to. My son. Aha! Okay. We might not go for an alliance though, it doesn't like us the right lot. We'll try it. We don't have to assist them in their war, and the Byzantine Empire are not in our good books anyway. And I mean, how strong are they really? Are we stronger than them? 12k men. We've got 14. Locking horns would be a right clash of the old Titans, wouldn't it? And I mean, how many allies do you have, buddy? Nobody. Okay, Hungary. Okay, we've got Hungary as well. He'd have to make a choice. You'd have to make a choice. You'd have to make a choice. If we were to lock horns by some twist of fate. You may be locking horns with us when you figure out that we have slain your son, which will surely soon happen, will it not? Come on, pull your fingers out. Alright. So, did that happen? Oh. Bring forth realm peace again. Look at this. Look at you all. We're going to completely utterly lose track of who's taking whose realm and what's going on here and who's fighting who. You know, it's just too much, man. Right. Let's have a look. Form alliance. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. Merry Christmas, yes. Oh, Happy New Year as well. Lovely. So we have alliances. Every which way you look. France, Hungary, and Sicily. So we are well connected. We are pretty much well liked. We have our own Pope. I mean, this man has worked miracles. He's come back from the brink of death. And for those of you that have new and haven't watched the entirety of the stream, if ever you're struck down with food poisoning, go outside naked and run around. It brings you back from the brink of death. Again? Okay. Once bitten, twice shy, as they say. I like to say once bitten, twice flippin' smitten. This is the second time that he has come to our attention. Should we be trusting our instincts right now? And saying, do you know what? We're going to spy on him, of course, to see what happens. But if it comes back negative for a second time... Ooh. Ooh. They're spotting... They are plotting to kill Mechhild. Who the flippin' hell's Mechhild? Who the hell is Mechhild? I don't give a crap if he's plotting to... This is his job. His job is to plot. He can practice plotting some nondescript person for all I care. As long as he's not plotting to kill me or my family, you can plot and scheme away. I call it practice. I call it practice. The Shadow. I mean, you've got to have somebody called the Shadow on your council, haven't you, as a spy master? It's just natural. Let's have a look at the plot. Known plot. Where's plot to kill Mechhild? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Names. Daughter. Friedrich's daughter. Get your names rolling. Anastasia, somebody. I quite like that one. I'm going to use that one. No, no question marks. Anastasia. God bless her. Right, so who was killing who? I've completely forgotten now. The Shadow of Luxembourg. Ah, stop your plots. Stop your plots, you fools. Stop them now, or else I'm going to have to pull my finger out and do something about it. And I really don't want to. Because I am enjoying raking in the coin. 30 gold per turn. It's absolutely fantastic. It pays to be the Emperor, you know. We're well in front of the votes. Well in front. Lots of these idiots realising the errors of the ways. Oh yeah, that was it. Also, you know, when I was eating, I kind of just slipped in a very quick law change in the Kingdom of Bohemia. In fitting with our current stance on the Pope, we changed the investiture law for Bohemia to free investiture as well, to match that of the Empire's status, so that we have more options to put another antipope on should we need to, rather than just the two that we were offered the first time around. Spy! Who are we spying on? Are we spying on anybody useful at the moment? I don't think we are we? Is there anybody we wish to spy on? I mean, ultimately, we are waiting for this crusade to finish so we can launch a holy war upon the Pope. We have an antipope raring to go. Our little Henry. Ooh. Are we spying on you? Why are we spying on you? What are we spying on? Wait a second here. Wait a second. Prince Henrik of the Holy Roman Empire has been viciously slandering me. Who is Prince Henrik? Duchess... Ooh. Ah. Why are you slandering me? Why are you slandering me, I wonder? You don't like me. You're a problem duke. You've got nothing to your name in terms of troop size. These people will not join you because I am your liege and they will be foolish to do so. Yes, I think it's time to strike while the iron is very much on fire. And hopefully my council will see the same thing that I see. Of course. The council votes yes. Indeed it does. And we shall imprison this man and hope that he rises against us so we can install a new duke who's going to be much more of our way of thinking. Oh. What a pity. What a crying pity. You only own that is all you have to your name? Oh, I feel so sorry for you. This is all that is to his name. Oh, why would you do this? I do not know. Right. To arms, my friends. To arms. Merge the troops. Bring forth the best of the best in terms of commanders. And then go forth and do your stuff. I am marching with my ruler. I don't think I am. I'm not anymore, I hope. Am I risking my own life? Yes, Jesek? Are you risking your own life? Why are you risking your own life? Why are you... He's not, is he? What's going on? Prince Eric of the Holy Roman Empire has called Duke Giselbert of Luxembourg into this. Oh, so they can join if they're allied. Oh, I see. It looks as if I was misinformed. Oh, well, he's fighting his own war. Okay, so just the one chappie has joined so far, which also is great stuff because we're going to imprison you as well. All you idiots that are sealing your own fate. It's just moronic. It's just foolish. And I am not going to stand for it as we raise the troops in Bohemia. Just Bohemia for now. We shall leave the others. We're going to have a full dungeon. Oh, wait a flipping second here. This is getting silly now. These people have been waiting for this opportunity. And I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to serve it up to them on a plate. I tell you that much. You're going to rue the day you crossed my path. I tell you now. You are going to rue the day. This is the first revolt against us. Oh, okay. Who else is joining this little war here? Anybody else want to throw their hat in the ring? Okay. How many men have we got here? We've got a few. Right, this is getting silly now. Wait a second here. Still got another 9,000 if we need them. Don't think we're going to need to call everybody forth, but you know, we'll see how many men we've got and we'll kind of see how many men they've got. Let them all march. If we take them down one step at a time, perhaps, one battle at a time, we might be alright. We've got about 3, 4, 4,500. They've got less than that. Okay, so I need to smash these armies big style and teach them a lesson they will never forget. Start with you. You wanted this, so don't cry when it goes all tits up for you. Every single one of you Duke bastards that have dared to cross swords with me are gonna suffer. Massively. Shattered retreat. it's here that we need to go. We could maybe do with capturing his family. That might sway him to change his tune. He is next in line. It's just a question of whether or not he will be able to hold the empire when he comes into power, because it's going to cause a few issues. No doubt. He won't have his father's authority. You know, this man has kept people in line for so many years through the utter fear factor alone. People petrified of what he would do to them if they found out he was, or he found out if they were in plots and schemes. Let's take this army down. But his son might not have that same influence. Okay, good stuff. Lots of stuff happening. Right, let's win this war, take this out, and just put an end to this game. Put an end to this silliness. Dangerous factions. Oh, what? Wait a minute here. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Not liking what I'm seeing. Is it all beginning to unravel? This man's independence faction has reared its ugly head again. If this triggers at the same time, we could be in trouble. Right, this could be a time to excommunicate this man. We could excommunicate him. Despised by all characters. And he's fair game for a declaration of war. That might keep him a bit busy. What do you reckon, folks? I think we should make his life a bit more difficult. Quick message to Henry. Can you sort it out? Put your little hat on, get your stick, and go and do some of what we paid you to do in the first place. That's yeah. Now it's time to put into effect what we worked hard to achieve. At least one of the things. So without further ado, excommunicate this man. He is clearly a madman, possessed by the devil to dare to even conspire in a faction, lead a faction for independence. Because only a madman would proclaim such a thing. He is a heretic and should be dealt with in the most severe fashion. There. See how he likes that. And anybody? Oh, Gertrude might fancy me. My daughter-in-law, no less. No. Ooh. Do you know what? I'm 55. I'm 55. I'm 55. And I'm bored of life. No, I'm not. He's not bored of life, of course not. Who is he? Who is she married to? Okay, so no, it's not appropriate. I can't do it, man. Can't do it. The vile excuse. Oh, wait a second here. Wait a second. Heretic. Excommunication. Excommunication has been granted. Now, if you want to be in a faction with a vile heretic, then that's up to you. But I have things that I would like to get off my chest. Ooh, he might declare war on us if we fail this imprisonment, unfortunately. And we can't afford to have somebody else waging war with us at the moment. Does he have any allies? No. Could we kill him? Maybe. we could just wait to see what happens with his excommunication. Will it all unravel? Will somebody else wage war on him? Let's wait for a second or two. I mean, we are technically beating back these idiots. Alright, we're going to go to Nassau, siege out Nassau. It crossed his mind for a very brief moment. Castletown has been built in Karlstein and the keep in Praha. Okay, and now we will lay siege to the settlement that the main antagonist rather lives at. All of these idiots are just small fry for the time being. If we get lucky, we may get his family, and that would force his hand to surrender. They seem to have lost. Oh, he's there. Where is he going? I do not know. Okay. So we can imprison the heretic. He's the only person that we can imprison at the moment. We've got a dangerous faction. People are still... Oh, we have an Opal Council position. Who have we lost? We've lost our spy master. Did he die, or is he part of this rebellion? Anyhow, our son... We don't want him as spy master because he got into trouble last time. So we'll have Herman, leader of Upper Lorrainian Revolt. Eh? As in, is he one of the revolters? Or is he on our side? Leader of Upper Lorrainian Revolt. Oh no, that must be his own personal war. There are some, but are they good spy masters? Not really. And minus 30. Duke of Meissen is the no, he's there. Minus 17. He wasn't very good. Oh, the Duke of Tuscany. Oh no! I didn't mean to do that, you idiot! What the flipping hell? Oh bugger! No! Oh. Damn. Oh, we've just... Oh. Now we're going to have to sack him and he's going to hate us even more. And he's actually the Duke of 4 places. I can't reload. I don't know how far back it is. Shooting hell. Can I have a spy master with 0 spying? For a little while? Oh, what on earth? If we sack him now, what is he decent at? Can he like be a semi-decent steward? 4. We don't really need the money because we got quite a bit coming in. I don't know how much getting the tax out works, but do you know what? We can't have this going on. So I think what we'll do is we'll put him to be the steward, who doesn't like us anyway, and we'll put the correct spy master in. Oh, he's 21 stewardship as well. 52% tax modifier. Oh man. Advisor. Advisors are actually dukes at the moment, so we'd have to sack a duke off, and that again is going to cause a problem. Opinion 8, opinion 13. Plot to kill him. Yeah, I could do that. I don't think the plot power was very high, was it? Did I? 232%. Wow. We could kill him for our own blunder. Right. You know what? We're going to leave him. We're going to be operating with a very poor spy master for a short while. Just for a short while. And then we'll get rid of this situation first, and then we'll see what happens. I'm just placating him for now. until... Why are we in this army? We can't see ourselves. We're not a commander. The Bektashi Order. Mystic soldiers, you say? Interesting. Oh boy. Right, where's he going? Ooh, 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 we got a Duke of... Oh! Ah, ha, ha! Wouldn't that be a... Oh, look at that. Who's done this for us? Who has done this for us? Suspicious circuit. You're telling you, it's frightening. I'm telling you, it is frightening how much power Jesek has. Because he's even orchestrating things to happen when I'm not even personally involved. Remember the situation with... what's his face? Johann's wife's lover, and we couldn't get the plot to work, so we ended the plot to kill him to do something else, and as soon as that happened, he died in a flash. Very similar. Strange forces at work here. Strange forces indeed. Anyway, the Duke that's overtaken, hopefully he won't be too bad of an opinion, but we can now employ a spy master that we want. Now, we were trying to go for this guy, so put him in. We can't, you see, because he's a leader of revolt. Right, Duke of Verona. That'll do for now. And then we'll put you back to what you were supposed to be doing, which is... Oh, he's now leading troops. Oh, marvellous. Right, okay, good. Keeps him busy, at least. Keeps him busy. Okay, onwards to glory. Oh, and he straight away claimed, started a war. Definitely keep him busy. Oh, well. Okay, we could do with dealing with these idiots. They're just amassing some troops together here. Just need to be careful that they don't all merge. Ooh, 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 ooh. So we have got a claim on the county. We want a claim on the entire duchy. We're being greedy here. We'll let it go and gain piety, because we may need piety to excommunicate more people when we're ready. Lots of alliances being formed, and revocations happening. How long to our next realm piece? How long to our next realm? I'm sick of this nonsense. How long until we can shut these clowns up once again? Oh, it's 10 years. That's 120 months. Okay, quite a while. Quite a while. Yeah. We could change the law. Isn't there a law that you can't wage internal wars? It used to be Crown Authority. What is it now? Is it something else? Controlled notice. Vassal war declaration? Illegal. Vassals are forbidden from declaring war both within and without the realm. Yeah, it's probably that one now, isn't it? Vassals are forbidden from declaring war on enemies within the realm, but may attack external. Yeah, that's probably best. Interesting. If you wanted to keep things really nice and tight. Increase the centralisation as well. I mean, these are all things that are probably going to be outside of Jesek's scope, to be honest. But they are meeting up, aren't they? We still... Ooh, we're kind of getting on a level here. Kind of getting on a level. Right, okay. Not a problem. I need your men. Thank you. Come forth, assist me, and I need your men as well. Thank you. And come and assist me. Oh, it pays to be the Emperor. It pays. We shall see who has the most troops around here. Do you know who you're dealing with? I have a feeling they do not. Okay, idle council member. Okay, who's idle? The devil makes work for idle thumbs. Go forth to Constantinople and annoy him over there. I don't like him. I still need to kill his son. I'll get there. I'm a patient man. Very patient indeed. They will suffer. Okay. Do 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 do. Ooh. 93%. Have we captured? Yeah, we've captured a load of his family members again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, very much dear. Isn't it a bugger when that happens? Isn't it a bugger when the Emperor has hold of your entire family? Oh, the fun we could have lopping fingers, toes, poking out eyeballs, chopping off ears. Oh, the possibilities are endless. Endless, I tell you. But we just need a little bit more. Oh, no. 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 Do not do this to me. Phew. Keep getting Windows notifications. I need to really turn them off. Don't worry, folks. I'm back with you. Barely. Right, off we go again. Oh my god. Oh my god. The cells are overflowing. Oh, the cells are overflowing. Yes, they are. Ooh, wait a second, wait a second. Is this time to exact our revenge on the Holy Roman Emperor for daring to imprison our son? For we have come forth to him with an armistice of sorts. We said, look, we know we shouldn't have schemed and plotted to take your technology ideas away. You took our son. It was all very, very problematic, shall we say. But as a token of good gesture, here, my finest few bottles of Bohemian Red. Always goes down a storm at banquets. Always goes down a storm at banquets. Oh, dearie me! It looks as if Jesek's wine once again hits the spot. Everybody loves it. For that split second, the taste, the aromas that you get when you swirl and smell, and then you get the taste, and it's so delicious, and then shortly afterwards it turns into a rather horrific scene. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, very much dear. Never, ever lay your hands on my children again. Marvellous. My father-in-law has died. Oh, my father-in-law. I have a father-in-law? Oh no! This is old age. This is not an illness. This is old age. It must be. Oh no. 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 Can we end this war? How do we end the war? No, we need 4 more %. We're not there yet. Come on, end this war quickly. In fact, the way we... 99%? Are you kidding me? 1% we need. Right, quick. Quick. Smash the army. Don't worry, don't worry. We'll get there. If at the very least before we pop our clogs, this has to happen. We can be infirm for some time. We'll never lose infirm, I don't think, now. I think we're infirm for life. For the rest of it. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's still paused. Come on. Oh, I'm more bothered about the fact that he's not going to get to see Henry as Pope. Oh, for God's sake, man! Good grief! Right, 100%. I'm gonna have to... I can't click on it because I got the flipping message again. Right. Save it over that. Just in case we lose it. Right. Bear with me. Bloody piece of crap. Right. We're good. We're good. Righty-ho. Quickly! Kill these people! Kill them! He's obviously lying in bed now, frail, 56. He's been told of the death of the Byzantine Emperor's son and the fact that he's about to win the war. Very quickly. Boom! In my cells! In my cells! Yes, you are. You're all in my cells. All of you are in my cells. I'm going to torch you all. I'm going to torch you all because I'm old. I'm infirm. I don't give a crap about my vassal opinions anymore. I'm going to die soon. You're all getting butchered. Butchered, I tell you. I'm going to butcher you all. The crooked Duke Giselbert the Shadow has called in the favour you owe him in order to force you to pardon his devious crimes. You dog! Ha ha ha. It is always good to meet a fellow schemer. We almost got to take our very heavy jewel-encrusted crown off to him, because this is exactly the sort of masterstroke that we would pull. So rather than actually plotting to scheme to get our bitter revenge on him, I think there's going to be a bit of a mutual respect there. I think there's a bit of a mutual respect there. Forgive and forget. Not a problem. Well played, sir. Imprisoned. Right. Okay, there's a few things that we may need to tidy up here. So bear with me. Is that our retinue? Our retinue is coming along nicely. Very nicely indeed. Right. So he's going to go back and replenish. We shall have the troops resigned for now. Back to their normal business. Righty-ho then. So who, first of all, can we righteously imprison for that nonsense? Duke Siegfried the Bold. The trouble is, if we imprison these idiots now... Look at that. We can revoke his title without pen. We can revoke one of his titles, Duchy of Franconia. Let me see. Let me just get my bearings here. Duke Gottfried of Lower Lorraine. Okay. Can revoke one of his titles. So he'd have to take one of his counties away as a punishment. Okay, and you are the one that's in the faction at the moment, right? Yeah. So we could really do with putting him down as well, because he's in the faction. Now, if we go against him in a war, he shouldn't be able to call his faction friends in because they're not allies. So this would really pretty much put a scupper on him. But if we attack him, would he be able to fire his faction off if he's already in a war with us? I don't think he will be able to. I think it's martial to increase arrest chance. Plus 20%. Okay. Let me get my bearings here. We need to figure out what we're going to do. This is vitally important. There's nothing else for us to worry about in the realm at the moment, other than keeping the vassals under the thumb. So who's in our cells right now? Who is in our cells right this instant? Okay, so we have all of these family members. Judith, any Duchess of Thuringia, Duke of Thuringia, there you go. Henrik, Duke of Thuringia. So he has to suffer. He was the one that started this off, right? He is the one that caused all of this to happen. So, what land do you have, buddy? Oh yes, of course, you have this one little pitty-potty county of no proper standing. There you go. Thank you very much. So who would like to become the Count of Nassau? I'm sure somebody in my court would be worthy. Let's have a look. Anybody in my... We could give it to our third son. A little pitty-potty... Yeah. Little pitty-potty indeed. Pitty-potty, Friedrich, time for you to rule. Go forth to Nassau and enjoy all it has to offer. Marvellous. So off he tootles. Marvellous. Marvellous. Let that tick over. Very good. Okay, so that's him dealt with, and now he's in my cells, which means I'm free to do whatever I wish. Was it you? He's only got 129. He's already got an eye poked out. What a crying shame. Can we do something else to him? Humiliate? Publicly humiliate? Do you have any claims that's going to harm me? Kempen, Plusen. Execute. Okay. No. Ransom off. 10 gold. Humiliate. Released. Could go for the Old Faithful. Could go for the Old Faithful. Let's go back a minute. Anybody else in these? Nobody's going to pay for these imbeciles now, are they? $10 gold. 10 gold. It's got to be Old Faithful. gotta be. Goodbye. Enjoy your very cramped, damp, dark cell with very minimal provisions. Hope you choke on your bread and water. So that's him dealt with. Let's move on then to the next person who needs to be dealt with. He has 2 counties, 2 duchies, right? So if we... Who did I throw into the... Did I throw the wrong person in? Oh, is it you? Oh, it could have been you. Was it you? Let me see. Revoke my... Oh, it's you. Apologies. Throw him in. They both look the same. They both look the same, these people. They're very similar looking. When they're all in rags, you can hardly tell the difference. In fact, he was the Count of Plusen, was he not? Remove him from the oubliette. It was a mistaken identity crisis. Sorry about that. You can go back to a slightly larger cell with a little bit of warmth and slightly better food. Slop, dripping rather than bread and water. Okay, good. Sorted. Next up. I'm thinking we need to get this man into prison. He's a leader of a powerful faction, and this needs to be dealt with quite swiftly. So... Grant independence. Would he have to pay me for something? No. Because we have to pay for that, right? I should be able to extort him for cash to absolve him of his sins. In prison, 42% chance. He is currently stuck. Where is he? Where is he? He is the Duke of Dauphine. The Duke of Dauphine. He's currently reigning in Vienne, which is not there. Is it not? Yeah, it's there. That's Vienne. So we're going to bring forth our marshal to arrest chance increase. I've lost it now. There it is. And then we shall proceed to try to arrest him. So let a couple of ticks. Just roll over and then try again. 56% chance. Well, can we revoke title because it's a heresy? No. In prison it is. Oh, and he's escaped. Another one bites the dust then, eh? Although this one is quite far away from where I am. Where is he? And how many men does he have? Only 1.5k. Not a problem. His faction should decrease in power now. Yes? Is this the same faction or a different faction now? What happened here? Have I got the wrong man, perhaps? I think this is a different guy. Strange. Okay, how many troops? 296. Has he got 4 duchies? Oh, so they've... Okay. Oh, this guy got 4. No, has he got 2? 203. He's in a war. Bulgaration. 1,200 men. Come back! Come back here! I need your services. 339. Crusade is still in full swing. Unfortunately. Oh my god, what is going on with the old screens here? Okay, we need your men. Hope you don't mind. Just a few men here and there. Just to assist in matters most dire. If you catch my drift. There we go. Good. So that should be more than enough to deal with this little poxy person who dared to try to create independence from us. Our son getting to work changing laws in Nassau. Very good. Good to see him pulling his finger out. He secluded himself. Why have you done that? People trying to kill you? Welcome to the world of the Spy Master. You don't see me secluding myself, and I have been a man of great intrigue. I have been many times. Epidemic. Oh, well, there could be. Where is it? Anywhere near? It's... Ooh. Oh, look at that. Right. Ooh, right there. Just be careful where you wander. Old army. Just be careful where thou venture. Okay, that's a very nicely balanced army. We go and smash these punks in the Alps near enough. Should make for good fun. And he's back with a bang. Close the... We don't need to close any gates. Until it gets quite close. It's spreading like wildfire. Oh, wait a second. Just raise. Can we raise? How to get rid of that? Give me some troops, love. Some more troops, please, quickly. Just keep coming. We've got a little bit of an advantage. Not much. We have superior troops. We have lots of horses. We have the mighty hussars on our side. What can possibly go wrong? 31% plot power. There we go. Get them scattering. Get them scarpering for the hills. And take his family. Our cells are overflowing. They shall flow even more. Break down the gates eventually. Just take your time though. I like to make them suffer. Alright, good. So good old Jesek, unfortunately, is in his bed dying, slowly but surely, of old age, which we can forgive him for. Although, at age 57, it's not that old. And now Praha prospers once more. In fact, speaking of Praha, well, before we pop our clogs, just giving the order, would you awfully mind building some more stuff for my people? It's actually flourishing. Flourishing it is. It is a place of beauty. Castle town for more tax. Let's get more tax going. Enhance the flourishingness of the place. And we will go for a extra retinue size again. We'll go with the training grounds. And that should keep us busy for a little while. Keep the old construction workers at... Keep them busy, keep them in a job. There we go. So more expansion courtesy of the Empire's helpful coin. Okay. And our son is being challenged by the Duke of Meissen. 4 apiece. That's pretty precarious. That is quite precarious, in fact. Perhaps while our army is down here, we should wage war. 5k men, that's probably not best for Nice. Oh, look, our enemy is being attacked by somebody else. It's not good, is it? It's not good when the whole world's against you. Or so it may seem. Cannot believe this crusade. Cannot believe it. Ooh. This is the King of Hungary, who is wanting us to honour our alliance against High Chief Deryab of Mordva. Of course we will. But like I tell all of my allies, we do not like to come unprepared. What we need to do is prepare our men in the finest garbs, and that takes time. We have to ensure that they have the right shoes to match. Lying infirm in bed is not enough to stop this man. He is the most belligerent, never say die man I've met for a long time. All kinds of ailments don't... Old age doesn't stop him. Ailments... The Pope will not stop him. She better not have a lover. Who's liberating who? Sorry? Marino of Italian Liberation Revolt has declared second liberation of Italy. They're taking the advantage here of the Emperor's illness. 9,000 men. What? What? First of all, yes, we're going to spy on her. Let's have a look and see what she's up to. I would like to think that we are just that damn good, you know? That damn good, but you could be right. Spying on my own wife. Was she lustful? She's not really. Just to stop people from having affairs, though. This doesn't... New Grand Mayor. Well, that's nice to know. Do we need to know that? I'm lying in bed. Do not bother me with such rubbish. Only give me the important news. What is this? Italian liberation nonsense? I don't understand. We're going to smash it in a minute, but... no, keep spying. Keep spying. Some usurpation going on between the old vassals. Oh, it better not be one of my sons, I tell you that much. It better not be, otherwise there will be hell to pay. I don't know how, because he can't move from his bed, but there will be hell to pay. Only 54%, okay. Oh boy, oh boy! Hold on to your hats here. A black day as the crusade for Jerusalem fails very miserably. Oh, so miserably. Lots of people... Right, okay. 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 Come on, Jesek. Just keep going. Just keep going. Keep plugging along. 2 more years and we can change to Primogenitor. We can't because... Wait a minute. We do have enough for legalism now, so we can get the legalism leveled up, but I just want to check something on the here first. Yeah, we're struggling with a lot of things here. We need to be at peace. Okay, not at peace. No vassals are fighting each other. That's going to be the biggest issue. We need to enforce realm peace, and we can't do that until another 25 months, which is only 2 years, 2 and a bit years. And then there's the opinion problem, which we're going to try. It could be our parting gift. It's not the biggest catastrophe because we still have our son as heir. It could be something that he might want to work towards. But anyway, who's this? This is the Duke Bertrand, who is we are trying to get rid of. This is the Mariano of Italian Liberation Revolt. This is High Chief. Oh, that's not ours. What the hell does he want? If we surrender, what does he get? Takes occupied titles. Takes all occupied titles. What does that mean? Will be known as the Liberator. Takes all, vassalizes all titles in the Kingdom of Italy. Ah. Okay. We can't have that happening. We've got quite a bit of land. Italy is all of that. Kingdom of Italy is like northern Italy. That's quite a lot of land. Oh, here he is. There it is. Here. Is it? No, I don't think it is. Okay. Stand corrected. Okie dokie. We really need to finish this war quite quickly. The current Pope is no longer in prison. He's not got any troops to his name. He's got a bit of coin though, so he could hire mercenaries. But they have the disease consumption floating in and around their lands. So we'll let that pass, and we need to deal with this war here. So we'll deal with this war here. Then we're going to pretty much raise our entire force. Our entire army. All, however many thousand of them. 12,000 probably, roughly there. We're gonna do it. We are gonna do it. If Jesek, of course, can just survive a little bit longer. We need to defeat the Liberation. Yes, we do. I agree with that as well. I totally agree. We cannot afford to lose the entirety of Italy. But they are currently suffering with attrition, so we'll let them waste away. Oops, I keep getting paused. We'll let them waste away with attrition, weaken them a little bit, then we'll pounce. They're out of supplies. Been out of supplies for some time, so they'll suffer some horrendous attrition eventually. They'll probably lose maybe a few hundred men quite easily. I remember when we were suffering attrition, we lost close to 900 men at one point. We have to finish Hungary's war. Oh, we can't declare war when we're at war. No, we can. I think we can. That's not our war. The Hungarian war, we had this before, the same situation, and being an... Oh. Oh, no. No. No! Oh. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, I'm so gutted. I am horrified. Obviously it was coming. We knew it was coming. You can't live forever, for God's sake. But oh, he was so close to getting his Pope on the papacy. I reckon we could have done it in within 2 years. I think. Let's have a look at him. Only 58, it's not a bad age, but you know, we could have gone into our 70s quite easily. Died bedridden and infirm. Although not especially blessed. Well, he wasn't a pious man, no, I agree. But he achieved so much. I mean, come on. Let's look back on his life, because I don't propose to go any further with this session today now. It's going to take me a while to just figure out how on earth we're going to make things right now. We've got all kinds of issues that we're going to have to take care of, including current wars that are ongoing, and of course vassal opinions, and oh my days. So here it is, Jesek the usurper. Started out as count, quickly became duke, and after waging war against the Premeslid brothers, became king. And did a grand job of unifying Bohemia. It prospered under his rule. People disappeared mysteriously on occasion, particularly Premislids, and people that seemed to do ill against him just ended up dead, falling to their deaths off parapets, and ended up choking to death on a strange vintage of wine. And then he became emperor in a quite a opportunistic twist when he waged war against a newly elected emperor, won the war, took it by force, and until the very end, when perhaps a few cracks were beginning to show and people were beginning to fear him a little bit less, a few rebellions broke loose, but up until then, I mean, people really were petrified of raising up against him because of the sheer fear of if he was to find out what would happen to their, not necessarily just to them, but to their family. Horror stories of children being thrown from castle parapets and smothered with pillows, and wives with missing limbs. Oh, horror stories to tell your children on a dark night. But to the people that mattered most, the general populace, all they saw was a man who ensured that their lands prospered, thrived. Praha is now in a state of euphoria because of the fact that they have never had it so good. Brno is prospering. Lots of defences being raised across Bohemia. To them, this man is a hero. And so he passes. His legacy will live on, fingers crossed, because his son Johann was selected to rule afterwards because he saw within him similarities, determination, an ability to do what is necessary to achieve your goal, be it underhanded or not. So be it, as they say. Let's see. It ticks over for one more day and then we shall see what's going on here. So we're going to get a very, 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 very quick look then at what we may need to do here. So as things stand, the wars remain exactly as they are. We still need to win this revolt here. We still need to win this fight here. We're still in the war with the Hungary, and as you can see, this revolt is, I think it's split. Whatever they're doing, they're splitting. But we need to deal with this, of course, before we take on the Pope. The Pope is still alive. Of course, we should still have a vassal anti-Pope. However, his opinion of us might not be quite as high as our father because we didn't actually put him there. In fact, have we lost the anti-Pope? No, we don't. He's still there. Oh no, he's there. Still 100. That's good. That's good. So the antipope still loves us. Although I can't... Oh, he's there. There he is. There he is. Still has his strong claim on the papacy. Well, I think old Johann here is going to have to continue his father's legacy. He knew what his father wanted. And he's going to carry it on. 24 intrigue! Did he have 24 intrigue before? I don't think he did. Where's that come from? The hell? Brave, gregarious, chaste is a problem, but diligent and deceitful. Yeah. Yeah, oh, and his focus. 3 intrigue focus, yeah, and amateur schemer there. His little wifey. Any lovers, my dear? Not that we know of course. Not that we know of. But look, let's have a look at the wife, shall we? Let's have a look at the wife. She, oh dear, looks down her nose at us. It's not good, is it? So let's take a look at the vassal opinions then, and I think we'll do this by realm tree to see the most powerful and see what they think. A little bit of a problem here. Powerful vassal, no land. We may be able to change that. Let me just see if we can move that a second. Yeah, he would make a good marshal perhaps. He may make a good marshal. We could maybe change that. 25, 25, 27, minus 18, 20, 20, minus 25. Ooh, quite a lot of green. So nothing horrendously bad, but you know, I think it's workable. This, I think it's quite workable. Let's go again. Let's just take one last check. So his brother doesn't like him very much. Couple of mayors, Duke of Lower Lorraine. So what I'll do off camera is I might just do a little bit of jigging of the council. Yes, oh, we're over domain size, which is probably causing some issues. Is it? Slandered. We didn't slander you, or did we slander you? I don't think we. Our father slandered you. Don't tar us with the same brush. Okay. So the vassal opinions are workable. I think off camera I might just try and I am going to come up with some plans just to how I'm going to do this. I won't do it all off camera, but I'll sort of plan out what I intend to do. Courtiers. Let's have a look at the old courtier situation. Oh, okay, a bit of a mixed bag. A load of prisoners here. We'll get to that in a second. Actually, we've lost all of the alliances, of course. Little, well, yeah, all of the alliances have gone. Never mind. Right, council. We've got council position. Oh, we've got lots of spaces on the council all of a sudden. No chancellor, no steward. So we could do with a spy master that doesn't like us. Okay, so we're going to have to sort this out. In terms of laws, I don't think we can change laws just yet. No, we can't. Alright. Technology is fine. Military-wise, very similar to previous. That's okay. Intrigues. Extort subjects. Eh? What the hell's that? How has he got an out? Has he got an ambition to create a war chest? Yes. I see. So we could extort our subjects. Wow. And factions. Nothing irksome there. Oh, there's still this one. 72%. Duke Falco the Merry. Pope doesn't like us because of all the free investiture and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, there's a little bit of work to do, but like his father, I think he may be okay. So short-term plans for the next start of the next session then is to deal with this man here, get this put down, finish this off. It will be then to raise the banner across the entirety of our land, put down this issue here, this claim, this stupid Italy rebellion, get those guys smashed, and then finish our father's work and install Henry on the papacy. That plan is still in motion and will come to bear, no doubt, fingers crossed, touch wood, within the next sort of 2 to 3 years. And there's a load of people in prison. That we have to deal with. Now we'll decide what we're going to do with him. He's not an impaler like his father, so there'll be no chopping limbs off. There'll be no chopping hands off, you know, fingers, thumbs and all that kind of stuff. Maybe, just maybe, a fresh start might be in order. Maybe a fresh start might be in order. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a relationship boost to any of these guys because we haven't imprisoned them. Okay. And kids, let's have a look at our kids. We've got Igor, who is currently the heir to the kingdom, but not heir to the... to get our son to be heir is going to take some doing now, certainly. We can nominate our son. We could nominate a brother. We could nominate the best person for the job, which... I mean, look at the... Oh, stats-wise, he's not that bad. So far, he's only 11. Yeah, potential. Potential there. Little daughter, she's slow. Remember her, Justinia the Slow. She ain't no divine, that's for sure. She ain't no divine. Traits are brooding, gives 1 to intrigue. Timid, +1 to learning. And playful. Timid's an issue. See if we can beat that out of him. Brooding, yes. So much to do, so much to do. So I'm going to have to go to the drawing board and get all my plans in motion. You can assist, of course, if you wish. You know how to do so. I'll upload the game save as per usual, just in case you might want to have a little bit of a look, seeing as tons is happening right now. Can't believe it. The mighty Jesek finally falls. Just one little piece of unfinished business. But to be quite honest with you, we can't argue. He could have died far sooner. He could have died right early. He got ill with something right at the beginning, didn't he? And came through that. Came through his food poisoning to give him a little bit more time. You know, you can't have it all. But yeah, thanks for watching. I feel empty. It's like losing a good friend. I really, really, really enjoyed playing as Jesek. I mean, some of the Flemings left lasting impressions, but I think, for me personally, I think he topped them all. He achieved what the Flemings achieved over 4 generations or 3 generations to rise from Count to Emperor of the Empire of Britannia. He did it on his own. Quite the achievement. Anyway, yes, enjoy your weekends. I'm shopping for holiday clothes, so I'm going to be stressed. But the next stream of this, Monday or Tuesday, one of the 2 days, I should have one of those 2 days free, so it'll be a Monday or Tuesday stream. If not both, I might stream this and some more Samurai. Oh, Fall of the Samurai. But we'll see. So yeah, join me in the next session when we shall take over as Johann to see if he too can be memorable. Enjoy your weekends. Goodbye. to drown my sorrows.